Maska can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
No back into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Sebring, a battlefield of bumps and legends, where concrete and chaos forge champions for the Apex's iRacing League. The season ends here. 2 heats, 20 minutes each, in the MAZDA MX-5. Every lap is a duel, every corner is a test. The rivals who fought all season now face one last crucible. Sebring will not forgive, only the sharpest will rise. The finale begins. Welcome in, race fans. We've made it. 12 long weeks of battle are going to culminate here at Sebring, probably one of the best tracks to have a finale for a season. Upwards of 33 cars getting set to battle here this evening. This is Racers Nexus. I am Rob Campbell. Welcome in. We get to the track here momentarily, but before we do, let's take a look and see what all of our drivers here are battling for. Let's take a look at the points. Coming into this one, Brian Lemke pretty much locked up the pros side of things. Coming in with 282 points, well ahead of Kelly Greenhill. Rough race last week for Kelly that pretty much solidified the championship for Brian Lemke. We still got a battle though for 3rd place between Roman Bykoff and Jonathan Cooper. Only 4 points separating those two drivers. So it'll be interesting to see which one of them comes out ahead here this evening. Definitely going to be battling on track. Over on the AM side, much the same. Kent Kruger coming into this one got the championship locked up. He's well ahead of Aaron Sunday in 2nd place. Sunday, though, in a battle for his position, only 4 points up on Joshua Smith, a driver who we saw up top of the standings for the better part of the first half of the season. Falling back a little bit here towards the end, but he has a chance to potentially take 2nd place away from Aaron Sunday. Aaron Sunday going to be trying to do everything he can to try and keep him down in the Our House No Drama car. But also as well, in 4th place, we got a battle between Uwe Hale and Corey Mitchell, a couple drivers who might have envisioned a little better season than what they had. A couple rough races to start the season off, but they're going to look to try and finish this one up with a bang. So there we go. That's what our drivers are battling for. So now let's see if we can head on down to the track. It's practice just finishing up, and we'll be getting underway here with the qualifying rather shortly as we pick up Charles Wolfe. Charles looking strong right now, currently sitting 4th in practice, but with about 3 seconds to go in practice here, we'll be getting into qualifying in a matter of moments. We'll just have to see if Charles can replicate that speed once we get over into the race, or at least qualifying anyways. So it looks like final count at the end of practice here going to be 33 drivers this evening. Should be a healthy amount of drivers to have a look at what's going on here. So before we get into qualifying, let's take a look and see what we've got here for season info. Again, this is a race 12, or week 12 of 12. We're at Sebring, usual format, 2 minutes of 20-minute heat racing. We'll finish things off here this week. Week 13 coming up next week, where all the new content comes in. Some highlights: the Miami F1 track, as well as Adelaide Street Circuit, another F1 circuit. So a couple F1 circuits joining the roster of other Formula 1 circuits. Should be a ton of fun driving those two. Miami's going to be interesting, real tight confines there, but I've been looking forward to Adelaide for a number of seasons, as well as the new Porsche Cup car, the 992.2, which comes in with ABS and traction control, and the FIA Rallycross car. That's going to be a heck of a race. We'll actually be broadcasting that in another league on Thursday nights next season. So if you're into off-road, jumpy truck racing type esque racing, you can catch that here on races next season. But qualifying underway. Just waiting for a couple of drivers to put in their lap times. See what our championship elects are doing here as we're on board with Brian Lemke. Comes into this one basically wrapping up the season in the pro category. So nice way to cap it off there for Brian Lemke. He's going to be very content with that, no doubt. And then our other champion elect, Kent Kruger, coming in strong on the AM side, barring him getting about 40 penalty points here this evening. Kent should take the championship. Pretty much the same thing goes for Brian Lemke too as well. So those drivers, nothing really to gain or lose here. As long as they stay out of trouble, don't get wrapped up in anything, they should be able to wrap up their championships here this evening. Again, anything can happen as far as penalty points, so they want to try and stay out of that. Let's take a look at the weather conditions here this evening. 77 degree air temp, 122 degree Fahrenheit track temp. Oof. It's going to be slip and slide and fun out there for our Mazda drivers. Partly cloudy, no sign of rain in the forecast. So absolutely perfect conditions here in Florida for some Mazda racing. So again, we're still waiting for laps to come in. Fairly long lap here for the Mazdas. It'll take them a little bit of a time to get around the track. So should start to see some come in here shortly as we got a number of drivers coming through the final corner here now, and they'll be heading to the start-finish line to kick off their first flying lap here. So they're going to be just completing their first out lap. Just to give you an idea, we're about 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes into this one. Pretty much all of our drivers will come out onto the track to begin their out lap within about 10 to 20 seconds into the lap. So a little over a 2 minute lap, I should say well over a 2 minute lap here for our Mazda drivers, somewhere in around the 2:25, I believe is the time they were doing in practice. So there goes our AM champion elect across the line, Kent Kruger, to start his flying lap. Corey Mitchell. Let's hop on board here with Corey and take a little trip around Sebring and see what our drivers are dealing with here this evening. So we hop on board with Corey as he's heading into turn 3. A little kink there, they call it turn 2, but into turn 3 you'll see first real dive attempt for a move would happen there in turn 3. You guys really trying to defend the inside there, and it's a matter of trying to get quicker out of this corner than the driver in behind you. You get a short little run here down into turn 7. It's not really a straight, although they call it a straight there, but you're kind of turning right the whole way. Heavy onto the brakes at the cones. Corey taking it deep into the braking zone, cut back to the right, use a little bit of that curb, cut off to the next side, and then carry on. So it's like a nice lap shaping up for Corey right now. These Mazdas, a little narrower than a lot of the other GT machinery you might see out here on race at Sebring. So plenty of room for these drivers to go door to door and side by side through a number of these corners. So expect to see a lot of side by side running through the corners. We see Corey getting a little slidey there. Had to gather up the back end of that car. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. So Corey, one of those drivers, started off the season not all that strong, had a number of unfortunate incidents in the first couple races, got taken out. Seemed like virtually every race Corey was coming home with the front end of his car bashed in. So towards the end of the season though, managed to gather things up and get things a little better underway. So expect to see him try and take that better luck into next season. But as we hop on board here with Michael Tangretta, one of our camera cars here this evening, as we've got Michael. Oh, sorry, maybe Michael is no longer a camera car. Sorry, he's dropped out with the camera link. So as of right now, no camera cars. So we'll see if they pop back in a little later on. We'll see our pro champion-elect Brian Lepke heading into the final quarter. He's going to come around to put a time on the board. We'll see where he ranks. So we got a number of drivers in so far. Michael Chase leading the way. Lepke heading to the line. What is he going to put on the board here? Getting himself up into P2. 4/10 back of Michael Chase with a 2:27 flat. Blistering lap though for Michael Chase. 2:26.59. 4/10 ahead of Lemke in second place. Is in third, another 4/10 back of him. So almost 1 full second right now between Michael Chase and third place. Brian's in. So blistering lap, as I mentioned there. Michael Chase putting down the power early on here. Jonathan Cooper currently sitting in fourth place, just ahead of Roman Bykov, who's in fifth. Michael Brock, a little rough race last week at Interlagos for Michael Brock. He'll be looking to regroup. We've got Perfect Jen in chat cheering him on. We've got Die Brad in chat too as well, cheering on Aaron Sunday. Let's see if we can pick up Aaron Sunday on track. There he is. Powerhouse no drama car. Currently sitting in 14th place with his first lap. Second highest ranked driver in AM class right now. Joshua Smith putting in a blistering lap. He's our top AM driver right now in 11th place. So putting him 4 spots ahead of Aaron Sunday, but no worries for Aaron Sunday as they are scored points based on where they finish in class, not in the overall position. So Josh can finish 15 positions ahead of him, but if he's only the next one ahead in class, he only gets that 1 position higher in points. See, we can pick up Kent Kruger, our AM elect champion. Kent currently sitting in 18th place. Slower lap for him as he crossed line. 2:29.49 for him. He'll be looking to improve on this one this time by, but our drivers, unless they're heading down the back straight right now, they might only get 1 more lap in here. As it's looking at my track map here, we've got a whole train of cars heading down the back straight right now. So looks like the 001 of Donald Mensing going to be the next driver across the line. Donald yet to put a time on the board. See how he does here as he's heading to the line. And it looks like no time register there for Donald. Again, he must have had an off track somewhere out there, so he'll be looking to try and put a lap on the board here. This will be his last time around. About 2 minutes left. These guys actually might not even get back around again as we get 2 minutes to go on the clock, and they're running 2:27 lap time. So it's pretty much going to be it for these drivers. Once they cross the line, they're not going to have much opportunity to put another lap in. But we got a couple drivers in the waiting room. Let's see if we can... Oh, I was going to snatch Corey Mitchell, but he's pulled off the track, so we will have to wait, talk to him another time. So pick up Michael Brock, currently sitting in 7th place now. He's dropped down a couple spots and some more lap times have come in. So see here if he's able to improve on that time. We got a few drivers we haven't seen in a number of weeks out this week, so nice to see them here too as well. A bit of a connection issue there quickly for Michael Brock. Looks like that's cleared off. Charles Wolf has pulled off to call it quits. We've got Brian Zinn currently sitting in third place. He's out there putting in some laps, 40 seconds to go. Oh, he's going to lose the back end. That's going to spell the end of that lap for him. Let's see who else we have on track. We've got Glenn Blanchard. Glenn currently sitting in 22nd place. Let's see Glenn heading down the... About to head onto the back stretch here. Looks like he's going to run out of time to get this lap in with only about 10 seconds to go. It's going to be pretty much it for him. Looks like the last driver to put a lap in is going to be Joshua Smith as he's heading to the line here now. Cross he goes. Drop down to second place in AM class as Corey Mitchell's last lap was able to take top spot in AM away from Joshua Smith. But we'll take a look at how our field are going to grid up here in a second once timing and scoring clicks back over. Okay, our grid should be set. Let's take a look, see how they're going to start here. With Michael Chase taking top spot with Brian Lemke to his outside in row 1. Row 2, we're going to find Brian Zinn in P3 and Tony Wallace in 4th place. Row 3, we're going to find Charles Wolfe and Jonathan Cooper. Row 4, Michael Brock in P7 with Roman Bykoff starting in 8th place to his outside. That'll be interesting. A couple drivers tangled last week at Interlagos. Row 5, Michael Schmidt in 9th place with Kevin Zhu in 10th. Row 6, Joseph Marr in 11th place with Ozik Sulu to his outside in 12th. Row 7th is where we're going to find Corey Mitchell in 13th place with Spencer Bodway in 14th place to his outside. Joshua Smith in 15th place with Andrew McMurray in 16th in row 8. Kent Kruger and Brian Forrest II going to make up row number 9. Row 10, Sean Kapinski in 19th, and rounding out the top 20 is Rick Mogstad. Aaron Sunday in 21st with Glenn Blanchard in 22nd. That's row 11. Row 12 going to go to Philip Poole and Sean Giroux in 23rd and 24th position. 25th goes to James Sorrentino and Josh Soto in 26th place. That's row 13. Row 14, we're going to find John Monsalves in P27 and Nathan Miller in 28th place. Row 15 is where we find Michael Tanagretta and Aaron Law in P30. Row 16, Tyler Nevins and William Stern going to make up a 32nd spot. And then our final row, row 17, Donald Mensing in 33rd with Paul Bailey in 34th. There you go, 34 cars set to grid up here. Should be a heck of a race. Looking forward to some fun racing here this evening. Just waiting for a couple more drivers to grid up here, and then we'll be getting underway as there we go. Michael Tanagretta has popped in with his cam. He's back in business. Pick him up here on screen. Let's see. Tanagretta in row here, starting in 28th place. We've got Tony Wallace in session now, sharing his cam 2 as well. We'll pick up Tony. There he is with his usual VR goggles, all set to rock and roll. So those are our 2 camera cars here this evening. Looks like we're doing a full pace lap here for our drivers to get some temps in their tires. So again, if you're just tuning in here now, format is 2 20-minute heats. Top 4 will invert for race number 2. This is week 12 of 12. If you're interested in joining in season 26, I believe is the next season, 26 seasons of Apex. This next season will be Sunday night MAZDAs again, as well as what we're covering here. Tuesday night is going to be GT4, and Tuesday night GT4 action will be coming to Racer Nexus next season 2 as well. So both nights of racing for Apex this will be captured here on Racer Nexus. So if you enjoy watching the Apex this content, you can pick up the Tuesday night action too as well. And if you're looking at any kind of other interesting racing, we've got Jumpy Trucks, Pro 2 Trucks on Monday nights. That'll be tomorrow night. Wednesday night we have some oval racing if you're into next-gen NASCAR racing. And Wednesday night we'll also have another league too as well. Double back-to-back action on Wednesdays. Friday nights we have ARCA cars. Saturday we have NASCAR trucks as well as GT3 racing. Still a number of leagues going on this week for this season too as well. Some leagues have staggered racing over week 13 when the new content comes in. And then next season we'll be bursting at the seams here. Almost every night here on Racers Nexus we'll have back-to-back racing with 2 leagues going on. Some nights even 3 leagues going on at the same time. So a lot of action coming forward here on the Racers Nexus front. So stick around, stay tuned for that. But field heading into the final couple of corners. We pick up our AM champion-elect here, Kent Kruger. He's going to be the inlay screen starting a little farther back in the pack right now. 16th place for Kent is where he's going to be starting. We'll use him as our eyeballs to see what happens in the mid-pack. Michael Chase, Brian Lemke up front as they head down the back stretch, tucked in behind the pace car. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is a go on green league. The drivers have to wait for the green flag. They are not under the leader's control. They will have to wait for green flags, and no getting a jump once the pace car pops in. One more corner to go, and then we'll have the first of 2 20-minute heat races here to kick off the final season. Should be a ton of fun. Sebring always brings the heat, not just on track, but in the racing too as well. So there we go. The field's starting to pick up pace. We're just waiting for that green flag to drop, and then we'll be getting underway. Michael Chase, Brian Lemke at the front of the field. Green flag's out. Barney waving that flag, and away we go into turn 1. Looks like Michael Chase going to get the jump on the inside. Lemke trying to get around the outside. Lemke going to try and take a little more pace through that corner. Chase able to fight him off though. Bykoff and Cooper trying to get their noses up there. Zinn looking to the inside early on. He's going to come up, trying to make a move 3 wide into turn 3. Lemke and Zinn put Michael Chase in the sandwich. Chase backs out. Oh, we got a couple cars spinning around in the background there, midfield. Otherwise, looks like fairly clean start there. I'm not sure. I think that might have been John Malsolve in the background, and around he went. So we're off and running. Michael Chase got himself back up front, though. He has Zinn to the inside. Lemke on the far inside. 3 wide into turn 7 they go here. Everybody gets through there clean and courteous. Nice driving there by all of our drivers. Oh, man, we've got a wreck a little farther back in the field. Looks like Joshua Smith came into this one hoping to lock down second place in AM. Something's happened to him. We'll take a look at what happened there in a matter of a moment, but we are still battling it out up front here. Let's go on board here with Charles Wolf. 4th in line, has a great seat here to watch this action up ahead of Brian Zinn, Michael Chase, and Lemke. Lemke on the inside, Chase in the blue and white green car on the outside, trying to force his way around tower turn. Gets a little squirrely there. Has to collect it up, drops the tire onto the grass, onto the dirt. Excuse me. He's going to fall back into 3rd place. That's going to allow Lemke to get up top. Brian Lemke now having to look back at him. He's got Zinn in tow. Looks like Chase and Wolf now going to battle it out. Now we got a moment here while they head down the back straight. Let's take a look here and see what happened to Joshua Smith. You see Smith, the yellow, black, and with the red wheels on the outside. Oh, somebody tried to make it 3 wide there in between Kent Kruger and Joshua Smith, and around he went. I'm not sure who that was. That was unfortunate there for Joshua Smith. See if we can pick up another look at that in a little bit, but our pack heading to the line here to kick off race number 1, or race number 1, lap number 1 of race 1. Let's pick up Kent Kruger on the inlay. Kent came into this one pretty much sealing up the M class. Not the way he wanted it to start. He's involved in that wreck now. He's fallen all the way back into 24th place. We'll keep an eye on him, but Up front, the battle still continues on. We go a little bit farther back in the pack here. Michael Brock, he's down one spot. Oh, Michael Chase, way off track there. He's going to have to get it collected up. He does. He's going to lose that spot, though, to Charles Wolf as he gets by Jonathan Cooper now trying to look up the inside. Coop unable to make that pass. And now he has Tony Wallace on his back end as he bring up Tony Wallace. You see him working that wheel with the VR headset in behind Cooper. So we jump on board here with Wallace. See if Cooper goes defensive here into turn 5. Shows a little bit, works off the line a little bit, forcing Wallace to stay in behind. So it looks like things getting a little calmer up front. Drivers starting to stay a little more in line. Let's check in on our AM leader right now, Corey Mitchell. He's got himself right exactly where he qualified. One of only 2 drivers that are still in the position they qualified in. So Corey Mitchell qualified 13th, sitting in 13th now. Everybody around him has either moved up or dropped down positions. But speaking of gaining positions, Tyler Nevins up 12 positions from where he started. Did not put in a qualifying lap, start at the back of the field, got himself up into 19th place. So nice run for him. We'll see how far he can continue to move forward. But up front, Lemke still leads the way. He's got Zinn and Wolf in tow. Michael Chase back there as well. Jonathan Cooper falling back a little bit. He and Tony Wallace a little bit farther back off the pace. Kevin Zhu has got himself up 3 positions into 7th place. He's bringing Michael Brock and Joseph Meyer with him too as well. Joseph having to deal with the Coors Lightning machine of Rowan Bykov. See Bykov some damage already on that left front corner. See what kind of draft he gets on Joseph Meyer as they head down the short straight, or the Ullman straight, I believe it is called, if I remember correctly. It's like Bykov not going to make the move there, but up front, Lemke deep into the braking for Sunset Bend. Oh, Michael Chase slideways through the final corner, wrapped up a little bit with Jonathan Cooper. It's going to send him out wide. Cooper going to get up into that spot now. Michael Chase going to fall all the way back into 7th, 8th place now as Michael Brock gets around and Roman Bykov too as well. Joseph Meyer, rough corner there for Michael Chase, falling all the way back now into 10th place. Looks like things have settled out a little bit there. Let's bring up Kent Kruger as he is mired in a battle now. He has the Our House No Drama machine of Aaron Sunday just ahead of him as they are deep in a battle pack back there. As you see Sean Gapinski. Oh, Gapinski in the Mario Kart getting loose just in front of Kent Kruger. He gets it collected up. He'll continue on, but that's going to allow Aaron Sunday, the Our House No Drama car, to pull away from that pack. So they are still battling back there. Up front, though, Zinn able to get around Lemke. Now he's going to lead this pack. Lemke and Wolf tight on the bumpers here as they try and break away from that pack of Jonathan Cooper, Tony Wallace, Kevin Zhu. Let's check in here. Michael Tanagretta, our other camera car, a little further back in the pack for him, currently sitting in 18th place, up 11 spots though. So he's working his way through the pack. He's got Aaron Sunday in behind him now. We just had a look at Aaron Sunday as he was battling with Kent Kruger. They're now catching up to the back of Michael Tanagretta as we take a look here from Tanagretta's rear bumper. You can see Aaron Sunday and Kent Kruger lurking in behind there and getting closer. They've slowly been working at closing that gap on Tanagretta up ahead. Not too far up ahead of them, we got a battle here between Andrew McMurray and Joshua Soto. Oh, I think it might have been Soto, might have been that car that tried to squeeze in between Kent Kruger and Joshua Smith. Very similar paint scheme. Not sure if that was that car though, but right now he's giving McMurray the bump draft down the straight as they're trying to catch Ozzik Sulu and Corey Mitchell up ahead. Mitchell still our top AM driver, still in that same position he qualified in. So we head back up to the front, fanning out 3 wide through Sunset Bend as they head to the line. Zane going to lead them across the line this time as well, but we got Cooper going door to door here with Wolf. Wolf looking on the inside. Cooper tries to swing it out wide to try and maximize his pace through turn one, sweeping it back in. Charles Wolf now switches over to the inside. Not sure who that was in the background. Kevin Zhu looking left, looking right. The Totino's Pizza Roll car trying to find a way around Tony Wallace. Let's go on board here with Tony Wallace as see him working the wheel, trying to defend against Kevin Zhu. A look back here from Wallace's car. You see Zhu trying to find a way around him. Got the wipers going, trying to clear off some of that debris that's gotten up on the windshield here a few laps into the race. Oh, Kevin Zhu late on the brakes, makes the dive. Is he going to make the pass stick? Oh, door-to-door action here. Tony Wallace fights back. Kevin Zhu unable to make that pass stick, but what a dive there by Kevin Zhu from at least a car and a half back. Couldn't make the pass stick, though. He's going to have to settle in now in P6. He's got Roman Bykoff now trying to make the move on the inside here. Bykoff going to try and late brake too as well. Almost gets into the back of Tony Wallace. Kevin Zhu saw that coming, gave him plenty of room. He's raced against Roman a number of times before. He knows what to expect. Zhu going to stay up ahead of him though, but Michael Brock right in there too as well. Again, we saw Brock and Bykoff get involved in altercation last week at Interlagos. It was the other way around though. Brock was leading the way and Bykoff was in behind him. Bykoff missed his brake marker, got into the back of Brock, sent him flying into the barriers. See Bykoff getting a little squirrely up over the curbs there. See who gets the better run down the back straight here. Can Michael Brock try and get the run, make the move into Sunset Bend? He has Joseph Marr in tow too as well. They've got a bit of a gap here between them and Michael Chase in that secondary pack. As it looks like we've got Spencer Bodway trying to make the move in around Michael Schmidt. Joshua Soto going there too as well. Corey Mitchell trying to get involved. He's looking up the inside of Michael Schmidt. Schmidt going to try and swing it way around the outside, try and maximize that pace. So he's going to hold on to that spot. No, Corey going to get ahead of him. Corey comes over and covers him off. Up front, though, Lemke back up into the sharp end of the field. That's going to knock Zinn down into second place. He has Wolf, Cooper, Wallace in tow. Bring back up this battle here. We've got Sean Kapinski on the inlay as he's battling with Glenn Blanchard just ahead of him. It's a battle for 22nd and 23rd place. They've got Tyler Nevins in behind them. Nevins was up a number of spots. Not sure what happened to him, but he's fallen down to only +7 on the day. So it was looking like a promising race one here for Tyler Nevins. He's going to have to try and work at it a little harder here now. Lemke opening up a bit of a gap now over Zinn, who's trying to defend off Charles Wolf. Ooh, Cooper almost gets into the back of Charles Wolf. Things are getting spicy out here, folks. Bring up the picture-in-picture now here with Rowan Bykoff as he's hot on the back of Kevin Zhu, trying to find a way around while we focus on this battle here between Zinn, Wolf, and Cooper. Lemke looking comfortable up front, got himself a 3/10 gap now over Brian Zinn in second place. Zinn having to be a little more defensive, focus on what's going on behind him here with Wolf and Cooper looking to try and pounce. Charles Wolf looks like he got a little better entrance into the Le Mans chicane. Who's going to get the better entrance onto the back straight here? Wolf looking quick through the Le Mans chicane here. He's closing that gap relatively quickly. Oh man, looks like we might have lost Roman Bykoff. Connection issue for him. He has blinked out of this one. Or no, he's not. He's back in. There he is, a little farther back. A bit of a connection issue for him, but let's take a look. Something happened to Brian Forrest II. He was just ahead of Michael Tannegretta heading in through Le Mans chicane up on the curb. Oh man, heavy jump up on the curb there for Forrest. That is going to end his race, unfortunately. Our lead pack, though, heading into turn one. Charles Wolf looking up the inside of Brian Zinn. Zinn trying to maximize his pace. using the outside line. Ooh, almost gets off into the grass. Jonathan Cooper now looking up the inside. Coop going side by side with Charles Wolf. They got Bykoff and Wallace right there in behind too as well. What a battle here. Bykoff making the move around the outside of Tony Wallace. Now tucked in behind Jonathan Cooper. Wallace having to defend against Kevin Zhu now. That Totino's Potes and Roll car, we've seen him try a number of times here to get around Tony Wallace. Can he make it stick here this time? Here we see Zhu on the inside. He's got Bykoff just ahead of him. Couldn't break it into the corner like we saw him try last time in the same spot. Still not quite clear of Tony Wallace. Wallace fighting back on the inside. Michael Brock right there in behind. Best seat in the house potentially is Michael Brock as we hop on board with him. See these cars getting squirrely just up ahead of Michael Brock. Tony Wallace, the car immediately ahead of him. Almost every corner these guys are going at least 2 by 2. Sometimes we've seen 3 wide. They're continue to battle on Lemke now, getting that gap a little bigger up front. Now almost 4/10 over Zin. Zin closing in though this sector. He's not feeling as much pressure right now from Charles Wolf. We're down to only about 5.5 minutes, coming up on 5.5 minutes to go. That's going to be potentially 2 more laps here, depending when our drivers cross the start-finish line, how much time's left. Zin now right on the back bumper of Lemke. Bump drafting him now, trying to break away from Charles Wolf. Is Zin going to look to the inside in Sunset Bend? He is not. That trio continue to work together, trying to pull away from Roman Bykoff and Jonathan Cooper. They're unable to do it right now. Tony Wallace throws it into Sunset Bend. Michael Brock right there in behind him. So we head back up front to the leaders. Lemke going to defensive on the inside, trying to force Zin and Wolf around the outside if they're going to make that pass. Unable to do it. Bykoff now door to door with Cooper. We see Cooper thinks about trying to make the move up the inside of Wolf. Doesn't do it. He's now got Bykoff on his inside. Kevin Zhu right there too as well as they battle. On the inlay, we've got Aaron Sunday and Michael Tanagretta battling it out. That is for 18th and 19th position. Oh man, look at this battle up top. Jonathan Cooper defends off Kevin Zhu. Oh no, he goes wide. Zhu going to take that position away. It's going to drop Cooper back into where he qualified in 6th spot. See on the inlay there, Sunday and Tanagretta slowly reeling in Kent Kruger just ahead in 17th place. Tanagretta now up 11 spots from where he qualified. So we got Kevin Zhu right on the back bumper of Roman Bykoff. Now sitting in 5th place, you can see that lead trio just up ahead. If you can just get around Roman Bykoff, you can see if Zhu has anything to offer that trio up ahead. Right now, Lemke leading the way. We're at just under 3.5 minutes to go. Our drivers heading into the Le Mans chicane. They'll go down the Ullman Straight and pick up the white flag this time. Now, let's see. If anybody's going to try and send it into Sunset Bend, we know who it's going to be. It's going to be this man right here. Roman, the Coors Lightning Machine Bykoff. Not afraid to dive it in there. I say that. Looks like Charles Wolf looking to the inside of Zin. Can he make that pass stick? Looks like he is. Bykoff going to try and go along with him. Looking to the outside of Zin, trying to utilize that draft off Wolf up ahead. It's now a drag race between Charles Wolf and Brian Lemke. Wolf going to take the lead across the line for that one. A nose ahead of Lemke. firmly out front. Bykoff now too as well, as he's having to defend against Lemke on the outside. 3 wide now. Zinn looking to the inside. Bykoff the meat and the sandwich. Ooh, they all diving in. They almost touch. Oh, a little bump in there from Bykoff into Lemke. Forces him up onto the curbs. Lemke has to collect it up. That's going to solidify Bykoff into second place. On board with Jonathan Cooper, you see Zinn up ahead. Kevin Zhu now up into 4th place, just ahead of Zinn. As you see Lemke looking to the inside of Bykoff. Can he make this pass stick to get position back? He is. Looks like Bykoff going to slide out through the corner. Nice move there. Brian Lemke gets himself back up into second place. Our pro champion-elect. That has allowed Charles Wolf, though, to himself comfortably up front now, 9/10 over that pack. They're jockeying for position in behind. Lemke leading Bykoff. Kevin Zhu falling back a little bit. He's got Brian Zinn with him as well. Jonathan Cooper, Tony Walsh. Oh, Michael Brock up on the curb. Almost gets rear-ended by Joshua Soto. He collects it up, though. Here comes the leaders through. Charles Wolf holding steady, 6/10. Be interesting here to see once they get on the back stretch. He's well within draft. How strong is it going to be here for Brian Lemke? We've got hot air temps, hot track temps. How much draft is he going to get here? Charles Wolf sitting duck potentially up front. See Lemke lurking in behind. Is he going to make the move into Sunset? Goes to the inside. It's going to be a battle of the late breakers here now into Sunset. Is Charles Wolf going to be able to hold him off? Is Lemke going to take top spot? Lemke's going to take it. Is Wolf going to try for the crossover? He's going for the crossover. Not going to make it stick. Looks like Brian Lemke going to take race 1 here at Sebring. Oh no, Charles Wolf got around the outside. Wolf going to take it. I didn't think he was going to have enough pace around the outside, but well done by Charles Wolf. Oh no, sorry, we got one more lap. They crossed with 2 seconds to go. I miscalculated. Sorry, folks. We got one more lap of action here. Bykoff goes out wide. Zinn goes out wide. Zhu goes out wide. Here we go. Last lap. Last chance for romance here for these drivers. Charles Wolf back up top. Was able to defend against Brian Lemke. Last time he had 9/10 though of a gap between he and Lemke this section. Now only 3/10. Is he going to be able to hold him off? A little further back, though, we got a battle for top spot and between Corey Mitchell and Kent Kruger. Kent Kruger has chased up on the back of Corey Mitchell. He's reeled him in. We'll bring them up on the picture-in-picture here. It looks like Joshua Soto has just had an incident. There we go. Lemke looking to the inside of Wolf. Doesn't make that pass attempt. Just showing the nose, trying to force a mistake. Wolf didn't bite. So this trio are going to battle it out for top spot. As Jonathan Cooper now 1.6 seconds back. He is out of draft range. Again, you can see that inline battle there between Corey Mitchell and Kent Kruger on the inlay. They got Michael Tannegretta in tow too as well. Josh Soto now in that pack with Aaron Sunday there too as well. Lemke now looking to the inside of Wolf, trying to force a mistake from Wolf. Wolf not biting. Charles Wolf holding on his line. Lemke trying to find a way in behind. Bykoff just slips sliding through that corner. That's going to cost him a little bit of pace. Charles Wolf serpentining on the Ullman straight, trying to break the draft off Brian Lemke. Here they come into Sunset Bend. Lemke looking to the inside. We saw this last time. Is Charles Wolf going to be able to defend around the outside like he did last time? Here they go. Charles Wolf, Brian Lemke. Wolf trying to fight back. Who's going to take it? It's going to be door to door. Charles Wolf takes it by a bumper ahead of Brian Lemke. Well done for him. What a battle. Let's pop back here and take a look at this battle between Corey Mitchell, Kent Kruger. Corey Mitchell gets up top. Michael Tannegretta, he gets in between those two cars. Kent Kruger going to have to settle for 17th place. Sean Gopinski and Nathan Miller across the line. Comes Donald Mensing and James Sorrentino. Into the final core they go. Mensing up 8 spots. Oh, they're going to touch. Mensing around. He's going to get into the wall. He'll get going again. But unfortunately, that's going to cost him a spot. Let's take a look, another look at what happened there. Go on board here with Donald Mensing heading into the final core. Sorrentino just bleeds out left into him. Around goes Mensing. Unfortunate end of the race for Donald Mensing. So it looks like we've got one last battle here between Sean Giroux and Glenn Blanchard. Last 2 cars on the lead lap. Once they cross, this should make it official. Joshua Smith just ahead of Giroux. Looks like Josh going to hold on to that spot. Giroux going to have to settle for 29th place. And sorry, Glenn Blanchard going to be the final car on the lead lap here. He heading into Sunset Bend now. Once he crosses the line, this will make everything official. Blanchard down 8 spots where he qualified. It's a rough race for him. There we go. He crosses the line. That will make the first heat official. We'll take a look at our results in a few moments here. So again, get set. We're going to have another 20 minutes of action here coming up. A quick little warm-up before we get into heat number 2. But first, let's take a look at the final results. Charles Wolf takes top spot, 11 100ths over Brian Lemke in second place. Roman Bykoff in third, rounding out the podium with John Cooper and Spencer Bodway rounding out the top 5. Tony Wallace in 6th with Kevin Zhu in 7th. Michael Chase in 8th, Joseph Barr in 9th, Andrew McMurray rounds out the top 10. Michael Schmidt in 11th, Brian Zinn in 12th, Exulu, Mitchell, Tannegretta round out your top 15. Kruger, Sunday, Monsalve, Miller, and Gopinski round out your top 20. 21st goes to Nevins. Brock falls to 22nd. Oh, I'm not sure what happened to him. I didn't catch that. Paul Bailey in 23rd. Soto, Mensing, Sorrentino, Smith, Giroux, and Blanchard round out your top 30. Philip Poole in 31st. With 30th. 31st going to Forrest II. Oakstad in 32nd. Law and Stern out early on.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Smooth on the map, nigga. What you gonna do when you out? Who you with? You ain't really gon' bet. Don't did, don't you? Really on the move on the map, nigga. Slip, keep your hands to your left. Don't did, don't you?
Okay, we're back. The grid is set here for race number 2. Top 4 will invert for this one. We get another 20 minutes of action. Wait, was this the all-round score or just the race? I thought Mike came in 8th. Let me have a quick look here. Perfect Jen. I believe Mike Brock might have got a black flag on the last lap, and if you don't serve it in time, you will get a 30-second penalty at the end, which would explain why he wound up as far back as he did. So just having a look here through the final records here of last race. Yeah, it looks like he got a black flag. I'm not sure what for. It might have been for incident points. After 8 incident points, they have to serve a drive-through. He cannot serve a drive-through on the final lap, so unfortunately that's what happens. But I believe next season they're upping the incident points. They've only got it set at 8, which in Mazda Racing, with if you've been following along all season, you see what kind of door-to-door action the Mazdas can bring. It's exciting to see, fun to watch, but unfortunately the instant points can add up pretty quick when you get a couple nonchalant 4Xs for maybe a little light contact, but unfortunately that's how it works out. So we'll see if he can regroup this time. We had a number of drivers who didn't grid up for this one. John Munsolve, Aaron Law, James Sorrentino, Brian Forrest, and William Stern. So we're going to have 29 cars here for heat number 2. Jonathan Cooper, Rowan Bykoff, Brian Lemke, and Charles Wolfe. Again, our top 4 inverted. So Wolfe took the win. He's going to start in 4th place. He'll have Lemke to his outside. Or sorry, he'll be to his inside because Wolfe is 4th. And Cooper and Bykoff going to start in the front row. So let's see, who should we pick up for our inlay camera? Let's go with Michael Brock. As we know, he is going to be trying to work his way through the back of the pack as quickly as possible. We know he has the pace, so he should be a good camera car for this one. So Cooper and Bykoff leads the field into the final corner, or sorry, not the final corner, the penultimate corner here. Ullman straight down the back stretch. Michael Brock starting in 18th position, it looks like. Kind of mid-pack, a little farther mid-pack of the inlay. Give us a good idea what's going on a little farther back in the pack. But again, another 20 minutes of action coming your way. Mentioned it earlier before, but if you've been interested in joining this league, they're always accepting new racers. Sunday nights is Mazdas. Tuesday nights is GT4. Again, both nights will be covered on Racer Nexus here next season. So if you enjoy our coverage, enjoy this league, you can catch double the action next season. There you go, pace car pulling off into the pits. The field now waiting on that green flag to drop. There we go, green flag is out and away we go. Jonathan Cooper and Rowan Bykoff lead the field to turn number 1. It's going to wrap up season 25 of Apex this. They're fanning out too wide. Here we go, 3 wide. Kevin Zhu looking to the inside of Spencer Bodway. He's going to make that pass. Got himself up into 5th place. Oh man, we got a number of cars wrecking in behind. Michael Schmidt, Joshua Soto, Michael Tannegretta. It's like all the Michaels wrapped up in this one. Michael Brock too as well wrapped up in it. Not sure how much damage he has. Oh, maybe not at all. Looked like the car might have been a little squirrely there. But he's through. That car ahead of him, Rick Mokestack, missing his rear trunk. That car definitely feeling a little bit of damage. He needs to bring it over to the body shop as quick as possible. That car is not a happy camper out there. Meanwhile, Roman Bykov gets himself up in the top spot ahead of Jonathan Cooper. We'll take a look at what happened there in turn number 1 in a few moments once things get a little more sorted out front here. Michael Chase, Kevin Zhu looking up to the inside of him. Spencer Bodway tries to dive it up the inside. Oh, Chase gets into the back of Wallace, gets him a little squirrely. Tony Wallace had to collect that up. No doubt he's not going to be all that happy about it. To bring Tony Wallace up on the inlay. They're going 3 wide. Zhu dives, pulls back out of that. Joshua Soto up to the inside of Wallace now. What a battle here for, this is for, what do we got, 5th, 6th, 7th, as our top 4 now breaking away. They're loving seeing what's going on in behind them. Michael Chase now up front of the sharp end of this pack. He's got Spencer Bodway right behind him. Joshua Soto there, Tony Wallace, Kevin Zhu, Brian Zinn, Andrew McMurray, Joseph Marr, Kent Kruger there, our AM champion-elect. So there's Sean Kapinski. He's going to go off wide. Looks like Michael Chase with a slowdown on the inside. He's going to pull the inside to serve that slowdown. That's going to make it 3 wide for a brief moment here. Joshua Soto there on the inside. Spencer Bodway, they're going to get around Michael Chase. Kevin Zhu and Brian Zinn trying to get through there. Oh, man, Chase and Zhu almost get into it. Zinn right there, tries to tuck it in the inside. Through Sunset Bend they go. 3 wide still there. Chase on the inside. He's got Wallace on the far outside with Zinn being the meat in the sandwich here. Are they going to go 3 wide into turn 1? Sticking around and find out. Zinn has to pull out of it. Oh, man, he gets loose. Just to collect it up. He's going to fall back in behind Corey Mitchell. In they go, but that's all this jockeying in behind has allowed our top 4 to break away. Bykov out front. Joshua Soto up 19 spots already. How the heck did he manage to do that? Talk about taking advantage of others' mistakes here by Joshua Soto. Nice run for him, but while our top 4 break away, see if we can quickly pick up what happened here. So I can find what happened on race number 1. Looks like Michael Schmidt and Michael Tannegretta might have been the initial boiling point here for what happened in turn 1. Let's pick this up. So we're on board here with Tannegretta. This is the pink and white car on the inside. Oh man, looks like something happened just up ahead of him. We might have to go to a blip cam here to get a better shot of what happened. So let's see here. So on board here with Michael Schmidt. He's the white car on the inside. He's got Corey Mitchell just in behind him. Oh, it was Corey Mitchell that kicked it all off. Corey, what are you doing, man? He gets into the base, skates away. Corey gets into the back of Michael Schmidt, and away he goes. Oh, I hate to do it, but we're going to have to have another look at that on board here with Corey Mitchell, though. Yeah, Corey just didn't account for those other drivers up ahead, got in the back. Michael Schmidt set that all off, and away he goes. But we got a battle up front, 4 wide now. Lemke getting a little boost from Charles Wolfe. Charles Wolfe backs out quick. He's going to send those 3 into Sunset Bend, let them battle it out. Lemke getting himself up in the top spot. Cooper looking to the inside of Bykov. Here they come. Down the front stretch. Bykov on the inside. Cooper on the outside. The red and black car is Cooper. White and blue is Roman Bykov. Almost 3 wide in through turn 1. Who's going to get the better run on the outside? Looks like Cooper and Lemke able to carry a little more pace on the outside of turn 1. Bykoff going to try and late brake up on the inside. Oh, he gets up on the curb. That unsettles the car a little bit. Slides over in front of Cooper. Cooper had to back out of it not to get into the back of Bykoff. Now it's going to put Charles Wolf and Joshua Soto now right on the tailpipe of Jonathan Cooper. Soto already up 19 spots. Going to try and make it 20 here late on the brakes. He gets around Charles Wolf. Trying to take off John Cooper too as well. Oh, they're going door to door. Cooper trying to defend the inside. If he can stay right there, he'll have the inside into turn number 7 here coming up. He's not. He's going to bail out in behind, tucking behind Joshua Soto. Could try the crossover now. Doesn't make the move. Up front, though, Lemke's still leading the way. He's now got 4/10 over Roman Bykoff. See now if Lemke able to continue to pull away. Lemke, our pro champion-elect, looking strong right now. He's got himself up to the sharp end. He's been able to hold on to that position. Bring up on the inlay here, we got Kent Kruger and Corey Mitchell battling out. That's for top spot and AM. We've already seen what kind of damage Corey's caused. Kent might be a little worried right now. Charles Wolf now looks to the inside of Cooper as they head into Sunset Bend. Cooper going to try and cross him over. Can he make it stick? Wolf holding a tight line the inside. We've seen him make that move work against Lemke twice in heat number 1. Was able to hold on for the win in heat number 1. Looks like he's going to be able to hold off Jonathan Cooper again with that move. So it looks like Charles Wolf pretty much mastered that mid-corner crossover through Sunset Bend. We've seen him utilize it a number of times to stay out front. Oh, Wolf goes up the inside. A little bit of contact against Cooper there. Cooper able to collect it up, but Wolf now going to get just ahead. A little argy-bargy. The elbows are starting to come out a little further back in the pack. And we got Aaron Sunday and Joshua Smith battling it out. A couple of AM drivers battling out for 3rd and 4th in class. Smith currently holding on to 3rd place. Aaron Sunday trying to make his move around the outside to get that position away from Smith. These two cars couldn't be farther apart on the track, away from each other here, heading into turn 5. Joshua Smith going to hold on to that position. Michael Brock lurking in behind. He's up 4 positions where he started. Unfortunately, got set back a little bit by that turn 1 incident on lap 1. He's now firmly up in the battle of this pack. So head back up front. Charles Wolf falling back a little bit off that trio up ahead. Joshua Soto now putting pressure on the back of Roman Bykoff. Bykoff also right up on Lemke's bumper again now. Really closes in as they enter into the Le Mans chicane. Who's going to get the better exit out of here? Oh, you hear Bykoff have to feather the throttle there. Got a little loose. Is that going to leave him susceptible to Joshua Soto in behind now? Welcome in Gonzo 13, Mav Motorsports. We got a ton of them in the field here tonight. Doing well. Bykoff tried to make the move on Lemke into Sunset Bend. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. Joshua Soto getting a good run through there. They head down the front straight. This is going to start lap number 4 as we reach the 10-minute mark. Lemke defending the inside against Bykoff. Bykoff going to try and make it move around the outside. We've seen a number of drivers try this move around the outside of turn 1. Haven't seen anybody be successful at it yet. Lemke on the inside. Soto going to try and go with him, try and take that spot away from Bykov. He's going to force Bykov out on the curb. He's going to take it. Soto now up 22 positions into second place. Excellent run there by Joshua Soto. A little farther back in this pack, we got Spencer Bodway. He's in behind Tony Walsh. He's got Michael Chase and Kevin Zhu in tow too as well. A little farther back from them, Andrew McMurray and Kent Kruger. Look at that. Our AM champion-elect, Kent Kruger, just had to come into this one, stay out of trouble, not get involved in anything. He already had the championship wrapped up, but Kent trying to put an exclamation mark on it here this evening. Trying to take the AM win here in heat number 2. Keep an eye on him and see how he does. Back up a little farther front, we got Jonathan Cooper, Tony Wallace in tow. So bring Tony Wallace up on cam. See what he's doing, trying to find a way around Cooper. He has Spencer Bodway right in behind him though. So look back, there's Bodway, Michael Chase, and Kevin Zhu not too far back. So Tony Wallace trying to be on the offensive and defensive at the same time here. Always a tough challenge. We got our other camera car here, Michael Tanagretta. Rough race for him, a little farther back in the pack. Saw him unfortunately getting wrapped up in that first lap incident. So rough race for that NAV Motorsports driver, but hopefully we see him regroup, come back again next season for a bunch of Mazda racing. So head back up towards the sharp end of the field. This pack now stretches all the way back to Corey Mitchell in 12th place. So 12 cars lined up here in a row. Anyone can take it. Josh Soto dives up the inside of Brian Lipke. He's going to take top spot as they head to the line. Out of nowhere, Charles Wolf late breaks into Sunset Bend, trying to go around the outside of Roman Bykov. He's got Jonathan Cooper too as well. Wolf going to have the inside line heading into turn number 1. Should be able to hold off. Oh, Lemke out of nowhere cuts across in front of Wolf. That's going to allow Soto to open up a bit of a gap here over this pack in behind. You'd love to see them jockey around a little more for position. Let's pop back and check on that battle between Joshua Smith and Aaron Sunday. They now got Joseph Meyer on tow. Michael Brock's been able to get around them. That's going to put him up 6 positions on the day. It's been a season of rough luck for Michael Brock. Hopefully next season, season 26, brings him a little more. He maybe needs to put a rabbit's foot underneath his seat. We've got some jockeying for position though up ahead. So it's Spencer Bodway. He has Tony Wallace in behind him, who has Michael Chase to his inside. Ooh, Wallace tries to go around the outside of Bodway. That's going to compromise his corner. Chase looks to the inside. Wallace fighting back on the inside, trying to hold off Michael Chase. He's going to be able to do it. Charles Wolf, his teammate, just up ahead. He's trying to get around Jonathan Cooper. But while these, I'd say 8 cars or so jockey around for 4th place to 9th place, that's allowing our top 3 to break away. Soto continues to lead the way with Lemke and Bykov in behind. They've now got 1.7 seconds over Jonathan Cooper, who's now leading that next pack, the secondary pack. I like to call them the Peloton if you're familiar with Tour de France cycling at all. This is the Peloton trying to chase down that lead pack, but Charles Wolf, Jonathan Cooper can go door to door here into Sunset Bend. This isn't going to help them chase down that trio up ahead. Wolf going to get ahead of Cooper. Wallace trying to go with him. Tony Wallace looking to the inside, trying to go with his teammate Charles Wolf. Spencer Bodway going to get in between them. They've now caught, or no, sorry, they haven't caught the leaders. Lemke around Soto. They're actually losing more time here now as they battle. Gap now almost 2 seconds between 4th place And now the secondary pack. Oh, we see Bodway looking inside of Cooper. He's going to force him out a little bit wider. Unable to make the pass stick, though. Charles Wolf starting to pull away. So we bring up the inlay. You can see Corey Mitchell and Kent Kruger a little farther back. They're on the tail end of this pack. So here you go. You see the front half of the pack and the tail end of the pack at the same time on screen here. As our trio up ahead continue to battle. Bykoff looks up the inside of Soto. Soto able to defend off that move, though. He's going to keep there, though. Try and make another move. Bykoff to the inside. Soto going to back out, give him that position. They'll tuck him behind. He recognizes that they continue to battle. All that's going to do is allow those drivers in behind to catch up. See Charles Wolf now lurking in the background, potentially about to make this a 4-car battle up ahead. Spencer Bodway leads the Peloton pack. He's now got Tony Wallace right in behind him. As you see Michael Chase and Kevin Zhu going door to door. Both these drivers down one position from where they started this race. It's like Chase, a little bit of damage on that front bumper of the car. That's going to compromise his aero a little bit down the back straight. These Mazdas aren't aero cars or aero dependent, but even that little bit of aero damage, it costs you a little bit of time when you stick that nose out and try to make a move around the driver up ahead of you. Up front though, Lemke trying to defend off Bykoff's move on the inside. Bykoff going to get himself up in the top spot. They're across the line with 2 to go here this time. Soto looking to the inside of Lemke. He's going to try and get himself back up top. Will he get both cars here? He is. He's going to get by Bykoff and Lemke back up in the top spot for Joshua Soto. Bykoff not ready to say die, though. Trying to fight back on the outside, but he's going to have to deal with Lemke now. Oh, Bykoff gets squirrely up on the curb. Got it gathered up. But Charles Wolf now firmly into this pack. Spencer Bodway and Tony Wallace starting to break away from the Peloton here. They're in a little bit of no man's land right now, this duo. They got 2 seconds back to Kevin Zhu. And they've got 2.2 seconds up ahead of that lead pack. So the last thing these two need to do is battle. They need to work together if they want any chance of trying to catch that top pack up ahead. Let's go back a little farther in the field here. We got a battle between Gapinski and Exilu. They're actually verging on catching that lead pack. Jonathan Cooper has fallen all the way back into 15th place. Not sure what happened to him, but he was in that Peloton pack up ahead that we were focusing on. Let's see if we can find out what happened to him. So pick up Michael Chase in behind Andrew McMurray. There we go. Here's what happened to Jonathan Cooper as he had Kevin Zhu to his inside. Oh, got a little bump from Michael Chase. So that's where that damage that we saw came on Michael Chase's front bumper. Just got into the back of Jonathan Cooper, sent him off track a little bit. As we head back up front, Bykoff right on the back bumper of Joshua Soto. Lemke and Wolf hanging back a little bit here, keeping an eye on what's going to happen up ahead. Oh, Bykoff gets a little squirrely in through Sunset. He's going to be right for the picking here for Wolf and Lemke as they pick up the white flag that time by. Last time around for these drivers, Bykoff having to defend on the inside. That's going to allow Soto to open up a bit of a gap here. Joshua Soto holding the lead, 4/10 over Roman Bykoff. Bykov trying to hold off a charge from Lemke and Wolf. Tony Wallace has gotten around Spencer Baudouin. He's got himself up into 5th place. Kevin Zhu, where he qualified, where he started this race, in 7th place, hasn't moved. Andy McMurray now leading the what'll be the chase pack now. But the battle's up front. Soto up 23 positions. Heading the pack, Bykov right behind him. Lemke the black car. Wolf the white, black and red. Soto goes a little wide. That's going to compromise his exit. Who's going to make a move? The rotors are blazing red, heavy onto the brakes for all these drivers. Barring a catastrophe, and there always is a chance for a catastrophe in Sunset Bend, one of these 4 drivers should bring home the win. As they head through the Le Mans chicane for the last time onto the backstretch, the Ullman Straight for the final time here. Joshua Soto leading the way, moves to the right, tries to break the draft, moves to the left. Unfortunately, these Mazdas make a huge hole in the air. He's not going to be able to break the draft. He's going defensive on the inside. Bykov going to have to go the long way around. He wants to make this pass. In through the final corner they go. Bykov tries to go around the inside. It's going to lose him a ton of pace. Lemke going to take that spot away. Looks like Joshua Soto going to take top spot here in heat number 2. Lemke going to come home in 2nd place with Bykov in 3rd. Tony Wallace, Baudouin gets around Wallace at the last corner. Jonathan Cooper comes home just behind Michael Brock. Aaron Sunday just behind Joseph Marr. Go back a little farther here. We got Philip Poole as Joshua Smith and Paul Bailey cross the line. Glenn Blanchard through the final corner and off to the line he goes. Donald Metzing in behind him. Philip Poole just up ahead in the Milwaukee car. Metzing makes it to the line this time without getting shunted into the barriers in the final corner. Sean Giroux wrapped up in that turn 1 incident. Michael Tannegretta wrapped up in that incident too as well. Looks like Tannegretta and Bogstad will be our final 2 cars on the lead lap. Unfortunately for them, both these drivers wrapped up in the lap 1 incident. Bogstad heading into Le Mans chicane here now for the final time for him. So the rest of the field has finished up their race. Race winner Joshua Soto holds off Lemke and Bykov at the end. Brian Lemke going to take championship in the pro category. Kent Kruger, as we mentioned, taking top spot in AM. Coming into this one, just had to make it official. Not get any penalty points. And I believe he was able to do that. Same for Brian Lemke. We're on board here with Rick Mogstad. Once he passes the start-finish line, that'll make heat number 2 official. Again, if you're interested in joining the league, they are always accepting new drivers. You'll find the Discord link in the description of the video. And before we get to the final results here, let's take in a quick mention about our sponsors. All the camera angles you've been watching today have been brought to you by Track Cams for Gourmets, trackcams22.com for all the exciting IMSA, F1, and IndyCar-esque camera angles. You find all that stuff, Track Cams 22, Track Cams for Gourmets. As well, Apex Sim Racing Shop. you're looking for a 5% discount code, you'll find that in the description too as well. Use the referral link. Pick yourself up a 5% discount on wheels, button boxes, seats, sim rigs, as well as their own Apex Sim Racing line of accessories. It'll help you save a little bit of money and help goes to the channel too as well. So we appreciate you and thank you for using that too as well. So let's take a look at our results here from the feature race, heat race number 2, where we saw Joshua Soto take the win ahead of Brian Lemke in second place, and Roman Bykoff brings it home, third spot, final step on the podium. Charles Wolf in fourth with Spencer Bodway rounding out the top 5. Walls, Zhu, Zinn, McMurray, and Kruger round out your top 10. Corey Mitchell in 11th with Kapinski, Exulu, Brock, Cooper rounding out your top 15 with Marr, Sunday, Smith, Bailey, and Poole rounding out the top 20 drivers. 21st place goes to Glenn Blanchard with Donald Mensing in 22nd, Sean Giroux in 23rd, Michael Tanagretta and Rick Mogstad round out your top 25 drivers. Chase Nevins, Miller, and Schmidt round out your top 29, and then we got our drivers who did not grid up at the end. Okay. So before we get to our interviews, so we got a number of drivers in here waiting to chat. Again, I just want to make note, if you're interested in joining, you can do that. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. We appreciate that. Not only does it help us get the the awareness out about our channel, it also helps show us to potential racers who might want to join these leagues that we cover. So we appreciate any help there. But now let's get to our interviews. Who we want to bring in first here? Let's bring in our pro. Hold on here. Let's bring in our pro champion for the season, Brian Lemke. Lemke, you were able to do it in style there. A couple second place finishes to wrap up the season, but all in all, I think a fairly successful season for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I was a little worried at the beginning of the season. I think I had like 2 DNFs at Watkins Glen to start it off. Really got an uphill battle from there, but kind of linked them all together. I seem to finish second a lot this season. I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe I need to work on my last corner skills and try to get a few more wins for next season. But I'm more than happy taking second, especially if it's only by a nose. I'm good with that.
Yeah, you can't. Well, you get enough second places, you end up with the first place at the end of the year, right? And that's all that matters. You don't have to win every race to win the championship, which you just proved. But fairly dominant season for you. Next season, it's gonna be more of the same. Mazdas on Sundays, GT4s on Tuesdays. How you feeling about heading into next season as the champion?
Boy, I think next season the competition has really risen this year. A lot of these new guys coming in, they are really fast, practicing a lot and putting in good laps, and the racing's really close. And yeah, I'm doing all I can to hang out front right now. There's a lot of fast guys out there. It's making the racing a lot of fun, but it's certainly trying to elevate me to do my best as well. So it's been fun.
Absolutely. Well, again, congrats on the championship. Anybody you want to shout out here, Brian, before we let you go?
Yeah, all the usual. The Apex guys did another great season. I'm really looking forward to next season. I think we're going to do some fun stuff on Friday nights with the P Cup, which should be interesting with the all the new upgrades, updates. So I'm looking forward to pretty much all of next season. Should be a lot of fun. All the new guys this season, I hope they come back next season. I saw the racing just really improving the whole time. So I think in one more season, I mean, everybody's going to be just that much better, right? That's the way it should work.
Absolutely, yeah. I'd say about the midway point of the season to the end, it was non-stop battles anywhere in the top 20, which was great to see. But again, congrats on the championship, Brian, and best of luck heading into next season as the champion.
Thank you very much, and thank you for all your broadcasts. Look forward to talking to you 2 nights a week, starting in a couple weeks here.
Take care. Have a good
Thank you.
That was our AM champion. Let's bring in our pro champion. Let's bring in our AM champion now, Kent Kruger. Kent, you went out with a bang there. Were you able to snatch away the AM victory to put the exclamation mark on your championship season. Oh, Kent, do you have us? Kent Kruger, can you hear me? We'll see if we can pick up Kent a little later. Let's bring in our race winner from heat number 2, the feature race, Joshua Soto. Josh, heck of a race there. You were able to move up 23 positions in the feature race. How did you get that done?
I have no idea, but yeah, I just every opportunity I was just taking, to make the passes, and I just took a lot of risks, but eventually I got up to the front and I was able to maintain the spot.
Now, we haven't seen you all season. We saw you a bunch at the start and then kind of missed you a little bit in the midpoint of the season, but the competition has definitely picked up here as the seasons went on. How have you seen it from your end since the beginning of the season to where you're showing up here now at the last race?
Oh yeah, everybody's gotten a lot faster. A lot more people are being consistent, so that's very good to see. But yeah, the talent's definitely going up. I notice each season, and there's a lot of fast guys in the league now, so it's very exciting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. So are we going to see more of you next season on Sunday nights?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll be in the next season as well.
Excellent stuff. Any shout-outs here, Joshua, before we let you go?
Yes. Shout out to you, Rob Campbell, and shout out to all the organizers for the Apex This iRacing League, and thank you.
Excellent stuff. Well, take care, Josh. We hope to see you, I expect to see you back at the sharp end again next season, so take care, and we'll probably be talking to you again.
Yes, sir. See you around.
That was our feature winner, Joshua Soto. Let's see, who else do we have in here? Let's see. Let's try Kent Kruger again here. Kent, do you have a copy? We still do not have Kent Kruger. Okay, we'll bring him back out. Let's bring in Tony Wallace. Tony, looks like you're mired in a number of battles there in both heat races. Couldn't quite get yourself up towards the very sharp end of the field, but all in all, how was your night at Sebring?
It was fun. It was a very hot track, so there was a lot of sliding going on. With those long straights, it came up with a lot of good battling, and you know how those draft tracks get, and this is one of those. So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, the track temps, I didn't see what they were at the end, but just before we went into qualifying, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, which is downright like driving on a butter slicked track. But next season, we've seen the competition step up from the start of the season here from the very end. But you and your MAV Motorsports teammates have come in and really shaken things up and down the field. Are we going to see you guys back again next season?
Oh, 100%. And we're looking to come battle for those top positions. I'm really excited to see what we could do. Kind of sucked that we came later in the season, but we are all looking forward to battling.
Excellent stuff. Any shout-outs here, Tony, before we let you go?
Of course, to the MAV Motorsport team. Thanks to Apex Sim Racing for sponsoring this team or this channel and this race. It's a really great series to be in, and I'm excited to see what next season brings.
Excellent stuff. Well, best of luck, Tony, to you and your teammates, and hopefully we see you back again at the sharp end of the field next season.
Thank you.
So that was Tony Wallace. Let's see if we can bring in his teammate, Michael Tanagretta, who we tried getting on last week, and we'll see if the mic's working this week. Michael, you got a copy? Week? Perfect.
Yay.
We didn't get a chance to talk to you last week. You had an excellent race at Interlagos. This week, race 2, the feature race, turn 1, didn't look like it went all that well for you. What happened there, Michael?
No, I mean, it went pretty well. And then I'm pretty sure the guy that spun either didn't hit his brakes. Corey kind of just got caught by surprise, got in the back of him, and then spun, and then I just got hit from behind, so I had nowhere to go. It's just a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, those things happen. We looked at the replay a number of times. Unfortunately, there's not really a whole lot that you could have did there. You were pretty much at the mercy of the cars up ahead of you. But next season, just talking to Tony Wallace, sounds like you guys are going to be back again for next season with the full season ahead of you. How are you feeling about your chances at being a little more of a factor in the championship contention?
Oh, absolutely. Super thrilled for the next one. Hopefully, have a fresh start. I figured since we all got into the season a little late, that it was a good trial run for us. See where we are. For them, for Charles and Tony, they're right up there on the front. Greg, I know, is going to turn out great, and I'm just going to try and keep it all together at the mid, at least hopefully mid to top 10 pack. So we'll see how it goes from then on.
Excellent stuff. Well, best of luck next season to you, Michael. Any shout-outs you want to fire out there before we let you go?
I hate to repeat the same as Tony, but I gotta say the team. MAV Motorsports, and James is an amazing teacher. Main reason why those guys are always in the top 10 in the front group so far, and hopefully we'll all end up in the same group at the end of next season.
Excellent stuff. Well, take care, Michael, and hope for better turn one lap ones for you heading into next season.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
So that was Michael Tanagra. We'll give one more shot here at Kent Kruger. We'll see if he's got us yet, but I'm not holding much hope. It looks like his mic is still off. So, oh, do we have you, Kent?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, we do. There we go. We got Kent Kruger. Kent, you came into this one pretty much with the AM Championship locked up, barring getting 50 penalty points somehow by taking out half the field. So you're able to do it with an exclamation mark on the feature race. You brought home top spot in AM, so couldn't really ask for much more there, but excellent season all around for you, and congrats.
Thank you. It was a good season, man. It's only taken me 25 seasons to get this P1. So, and we had to divide the field up into pros and AMs. I figured out a way to make it work.
That's right. Now, if you could just divide it up into pros, AMs, and I don't know, some other thing, maybe we'll call it the boomer class or something, or the class with the guys driving with their dogs class or something.
Yeah, there we go. I'll take that. Oh man, I felt really bad with Joshua and I on that first race. Joshua Smith and we were running for he's P1, or I'm P1, he was P2 for the championship, and then we got that 3 wide, and I didn't know that car was to my inside, had any overlap, and I looked in my mirror, and I think when I looked in my mirror I drifted over, and that was close enough to catch, but that sucked. That was too bad.
Yeah, we had to look at it a couple times. I couldn't really see what fully had happened. We could see 3 wide, but I couldn't really tell whether you had drifted over. I think it was Joshua Soto that was on the far inside between you. So you're in a Joshua sandwich there, but
yeah, Soto was in the middle, Smith was on the outside, and I was on the inside. And yeah, all of a sudden I got the flash that said 3 wide, and I was like, what? I didn't even know there was another car that close to me. And then checked my mirror, and whack, we hit. So it sucked. That was too bad. But anyway, great season. Look forward to next.
You're coming into next season as the champion, so everybody's going to be hunting for you in AM class. Yeah. You think you're going to be able to defend it?
We'll see. Next season, we will have the Apex This rating is really going to come into play. So we plan on really shuffling the whole grid, pros and MPLs, to make sure that we've got a nice, fairly equal division between the two in the number of racers. So I'm not sure how that's all going to shake out when we're all said and done.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Some more battling in the classes for positions is going to be exciting. But before we let you go, Kent, give us your shout outs here and season ending speech. Oh,
shout outs is just, to everyone in the league. It was just an awesome season. I think it was our best season ever for both this and the GT4 races. It was just fantastic. To have whatever we had, 30-some racers in tonight's race, was just crazy for the final race. And it was just good racing every race. It was so good. So my shout out is to all the members who who made it so much fun. Thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you all again next season.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was, I think final count was 34 drivers in the session, which is, as you mentioned, excellent for the last race of the season, where you always kind of see the numbers usually kind of tail off at the end, where drivers that aren't necessarily involved in the championship just don't really bother. So excellent stuff. 34. I'm thinking that may translate into 40, 50 car fields at the start of next season, Kent. So be prepared. The stewards are probably going to be busy sharpening their pencils on that one. But we'll let you go, and we'll let you get ready for next season. Well done, Kent. Again, congrats on the AM Championship, and you're going to have to be defending hard heading into next season.
Thanks, Rob. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
So that'll wrap things up here for season 25. As Kent mentioned, I think it was an excellent season from start to finish. We had battles up and down. Pretty much every position was contested from start to finish. All 12 weeks, 24 races, 2 races each week. Again, if you're looking to join the league, 2 races a week, or 2 nights a week. GT4s on Tuesdays, MX5s on Sundays. The league is free to enter. They just take donations to cover the costs. And you can get yourself potentially on broadcast here. So again, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you in 2 weeks' time when we're back to kick off season 26 of Apexis. Bye for now.